Hello there, Stampers. Susan here with Pumpkin Hill Stampers. I have a fun fold project to share with you today for our Stampin' Show and Tell. So this is my Make It Monday project. I do a fun video project with you every Monday, but I'm also doing this fun fold project, which is going to start as a template, and then I'm actually going to make it into a project for you here while we stamp together. So many of you know that I'm doing a fun fold class now where I do 2 fun folds per month. And if you sign up for the class, you receive a template, something similar to this. Won't necessarily look like these papers because I'm using my retired papers, but you'll get a pre-made template so you can touch and feel it and open and close it with all the measurements on the back. You also get a printed PDF, and then you're shared a link to this YouTube video if you're watching me on YouTube now, and also to a project link on my blog. And so in the video, I share the template just like this. And then I'm going to cut all the materials for you, and then I'll put a card together. So if you're interested in joining that fun fold class, all you need to do is email me at susan@pumpkinhillstampers.com, and we'll chat about getting you signed up. Now, for those of you who are signed up for my class, this isn't officially part of the December kit. So you're going to get 2 other fun folds, but you're going to get this one as a bonus. And I'm going to send this out to some of my previous customers as well, to invite them to join us as well. So here we go. So I'm going to be using a piece of Designer Series paper from the Celebrate Everything Hostess paper. So it's kind of this bright Poppy Parade polished pink stripe, and then the polka dots, rainbow polka dots on the other side. And we're going to use the polka dot side, I think, for most of it. So let me just go ahead and show you how I put this template to use. Okay, so I don't typically have the PDF in front of me when I'm crafting. I just pull out my template. Okay, so I get my template and I say, okay, what do I need? So I flip it over. So I need a card base and I need the Z-fold part, and then I need my DSP panels. So let me get my paper cutter. Now I have the old-fashioned chopping paper cutter, but it works for me, so it's what I use. Okay, so what I need to do is, it says I need a card base. That's 5.5 by 4 1/4, and I need a Z-fold that's 4 1/4 by 9. So I'm going to start by taking my 8.5 by 11 and cutting it at 4 1/4. Okay, then I'm going to take one of them and cut it down to 9, and I'm going to take the other one and cut it down to 5.5. Okay, so I've used most of a sheet of cardstock, but I've got these pieces left, so if I wanted to make embellishments or tags or just save it for another project, I could, but I've got a little bit of scrap there. Okay, so then it says I need my DSP panels, and my template here tells me I need 4 inch by 5 1/4, I need 2 3/4 by 4, and then 3 1/4 by 4. So I'm just going to start by cutting a 4 inch strip of my DSP. And then I'm going to turn it, and I'm going to get my 5 1/4, and then I'm going to get 2 3/4, and the last one says 3 by 3 1/4. So 3 1/4 by 3. Okay, 3 1/4 by 3. And again, I have just a little bit of scrap left. Maybe I'll use that as an embellishment in my project. Maybe I'll just put it in with all my DSP and use it another time. Okay, so there's all my cutting so far. The last piece that I would need to cut is the inside piece. I guess we'll just do it now. Let me just bring that back. So I need another piece for the inside of my template for right here. Okay, this template I use DSP to do it, but I'm gonna go ahead and put a liner in there, and I'm just gonna use white. So I just need, again, I can just look at my template on this side too. I know I need a 4 by 2 3/4 piece for that section. So 4 by 2 3/4. Okay. So now if you've watched my videos for a while, you know typically I come to the craft table with all my pre-cut pieces and I say just go visit my blog, see all the dimensions. But in these template classes for these fun folds, I'm actually cutting it so that you can see how to prep the materials so that after you see the template, put the practice kit together that I send you, you feel confident in doing your own projects after that. Okay, so here are all my pieces. Now I need to do some scoring. Okay, there's not a lot. I really just have to score this Z-fold part and that little pocket that's going to go on the inside. So let me put my score tool down. Now I'm going to score at 3 and at 6, and that's right here on my template. So I'm going to score at 3 and at 6, and then my template also tells me to take my 3 1/4 by 3, and if I am at 3 1/4, I need to score it at, you can see it's right here, 3 1/4 by 3. I need to score it at the quarter and at the 3. So quarter. Don't push too hard because it's DSP, you don't want to rip it. And 3. Okay. Okay, so here we go. Let's see how this would all come together. So this panel here is going to go there, right? Then we've got the Z-fold section. So you're just going to fold that on the score lines and then give it a crease just so that it's nice and crisp. Okay, and that's going to go here. Then I'm going to put that on top, and then that'll be attached. This will go on the inside. And then this piece we're going to make into the pocket. And I think I'm going to put it with the stripes just for contrast. So I'll get to that in just a minute. Okay, so there is the basics of the template. So you have the in your hand, right, template. You've just watched me cut all the papers. Now I'm actually going to make a project for you for our show and tell. Alright, so you've just seen how I prepped everything. Alright, so now let's just go ahead and start putting some of it together. Alright, so with my liquid adhesive, I'm just going to attach my DSP to this back panel. This is kind of like the mounting panel. I'm going to go with polka dots because we cover a lot of it up. But I think the polka dots are festive, and I'm going to make this into a birthday card, so I want festive. Okay, then I've got my Z-fold. I'm going to go ahead and put these two panels on right now. Now, if you were going to stamp this inside panel, you might want to stamp it first, just so you know you got a nice, clean, crisp image. But I know just with some pre-planning that I'm actually going to use a die cut sediment, so I'm good with just applying that right into my card. Alright, this one I'm going to put on the front. Okay, and then this one is that 3 1/4 by 3. So one thing I need to do is I'm going to fold these 1/4 inch flaps back and use my bone folder. Now I did that so that you have just a little bit of an edge there so that when we adhere it to that center panel, you're going to be creating a pocket. Okay, a pocket that you can put a gift card in. Okay, now we could do it like that, but if you put a gift card in there, it's going to be kind of hard to pull out. So I'm just bringing in a retired circle punch. You could use a punch, you could use a die cut, whatever you have, any shape you have, it really doesn't matter. I just happen to stick with circle, and I'm just going to punch down an opening, okay? So now, with that scored, I'm just going to run a very light bead of adhesive here on that folded back. Oh my goodness! Didn't mean to throw it across the table. Just wanted to get it started. I don't want too much on there because I don't want it to be too sticky. Alright, now the two sides, but then I do want just a little bit, I wasn't listening, along the bottom. Okay. Let's see if I can be neat and not clumsy on this. So I'm going to turn it this way. I'm putting it down. I'm pushing that folded edge back first. Okay, you can see I'm kind of still holding the other side up. And then I'm going to press this one down Just kind of walk my fingers along that edge. Press it in for a moment. Hold it down. And that's going to create a pocket for a gift card. Now, if you don't want to put a gift card in there, you could take that DSP that we cut down to this size and just cut another panel that size, which was the 2 3/4 by 4, which is right here on your template. And you could just add another panel of DSP in there, right? Or a stamped image or whatever you felt like creating with. But I decided to go ahead and make this one with a pocket for a gift card. Now I don't have a gift card, but I do have a piece that's about the size, and see how that just slides right in there? In and out, in and out. Okay, so there's our piece there, and then this piece is going to get adhered there. But before I do that, I want to decorate this a little bit because I'm going to bring in some ribbon. Okay, and I'm going to add some ribbon to my card. I'm also going to be turning mine this way, so when you make these fun folds, you can make them either orientation when you're decorating them. I'm going to do it this way, and I think I'm going to run the ribbon up and down like this. So I'm going to put my ribbon like that behind. This is going to go on top like that, and then I want enough ribbon so I can bring it up and I can tie a bow. So I'm just going to cross it over and then give it a trim. Okay, and that's just the polished ribbon that coordinates with this color cardstock. Alright, so now that's going to go back like that. Now I am just going to add here some adhesive on the back of this closed Z-fold section. And I'm just going to press this down to the base and cover that ribbon. So trap the ribbon behind it. So here's my Z-fold. It's all scrunched up flat. I've got my ribbon along the edge, and I'm just going to place this in the center. Okay, and then you're going to have to hold that down so it adheres for a moment before we really start to play with it. Now, while I'm holding that down, I'm going to introduce a new set to me. I'm a sucker for sentiments. So I just grabbed the Charming Sentiments stamp set from the annual catalog, and it has coordinating dies that cuts all those sentiments out for us. It also has some other fun embellishment dies here, little flowers, a stem, some maybe confetti or fireworks, some stars, some hearts, but it also has these cute little candles. So I've already pre-cut some coordinating candles and put them together. So I used the polished pink, I used a whisper white back, and then it's got this tiny little flame that I did in Daffodil Delight, and I've put those together with some liquid adhesive as embellishments. Okay, and then I've also stamped and die cut already sentiments that I'm going to use on the project to finish it off. So you see, I just stamped them, and then these fit right over the top, trim them out, and then we've got sentiments that are all trimmed out nice and sharp to give us a little extra oomph for our project. Okay, so this is why I did it this way, because my sentiments are a little bit long, and if I had put this on the inside, it wouldn't have quite fit. So that's why I ended up turning mine this way for the project. Okay, so let's go ahead and start at the beginning. We'll start in the middle. So in the middle, I'm going to put this Wishing You the Happiest Birthdays, and I'm just going to adhere that one down with my liquid adhesive. Now if you wanted to do some background stamping, or if you wanted to add another layer of DSP, you could in here. Remember we had a little bit of scrap of the polka dots? So you could add another layer of polka dots in here as well. See, I've got this piece like that, so I could dress up the edge. I think I'm going to dress up that edge. Okay. Or you could use the back side, you could use the stripes. So, but I'm going to go with polka dots, so I'm just going to line that underneath. So, right, that was just scrap from that piece of DSP that I cut for the project. Okay, so there's that. Okay, then for this middle one where that gift card's going to go, I'm putting Because You Totally Deserve It. just going to put that right on that pocket. Press that down. Okay, and then in the front, right, I'm going to have the ribbon that ties, but I've got my sentiment and I've got those candles. So I'm actually going to put those on with some dimensionals because it's the front, right? I'm not worried about it being squished or being too chubby at this point. So I've got my sentiment, and I'm going to put those candles in just tucked a little bit behind the sentiment. So I'm just going to put those on with some more liquid adhesive. I love that I can just hold on to that top and just put them down. So I'm just going to put it over here. Do the second one. Now I'm putting them opposite where that ribbon is, just so they don't get in each other's way. So a couple candles, my sentiment over the top, and then I fold that shut, and I'm just going to tie this. And do a quick little bow. I usually tie mine upside down. I don't know why they turn out better that way, but sometimes they do. And my fingers are going to cooperate. Come on. Did not cooperate. Okay. Now sometimes I tell you to put a glue dot down, but because we actually want this to open, you can't do that this time. So there we go. It's going to work this time. There. So I've got my fun little bow. So there's our go. There we go, guys. There is the project. So again, if you're interested in my fun flow class, don't be shy. Just follow the links in the blog post below, right? All my details are below. Or if you're capable of cutting your own supplies, just follow along, make your own templates, right? The tutorial's here for you on YouTube, and my blog post will have the details for the project. So you're more than welcome just to craft along with me. But if you want some hands-on help, a hands-on practice, go ahead and sign up for my class. Alright guys, so I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you enjoyed the project. This is a fun new stamp set that I got to play with today, so that was kind of fun. And I really like this polished pink, so it's nice and bright and cheerful, and I'm good for another birthday. Alright guys, remember you can subscribe to the channel here, and you can subscribe to my newsletter, and I'm happy to ask any questions that you might have. So do some fun stamping, and I'll see you again real soon. Thanks. Bye-bye.